I mean, one of the interesting things that crossed my mind this week, which I know is getting a lot of attention, especially in the hobby and the card community, but also in general for sports, right? Is there's an auction that is going on, and it ends tonight, actually, in a little over an hour at 9 o'clock Eastern time. There's a Babe Ruth, and I'll show you the card. Let me pull it up on the screen here. If you guys all are not aware, there's a Babe Ruth, very rare Babe Ruth card. So basically this card right here on the right, you see that? This card, I've never seen it in my life, but it's described as, this is via Robert Edward Auctions. So in case anybody out there is interested in bidding for this card tonight before it ends at 9 p.m., you got to go to robertedwardauctions.com. Anyway, this Babe Ruth card is from 1914. It's the Baltimore News Babe Ruth rookie, and it's graded an SGC 3, which is very good. Babe Ruth Museum provenance. So this card, for whatever reason, is an extremely rare card. This is like not Topps. This is not like Panini, anything like that. This is like before, I don't even know if Babe Ruth where he was. It just says Ruth. If I zoom in here, you see it says Ruth pitcher. Wow, that's it. Ruth pitcher, and this is International League, Baltimore. So this is before the Red Sox, if I'm not mistaken, before the Yankees, of course. So I don't even know how many copies of this exist. This maybe is the only copy right now. The way the price is, it's up to 5.7 million on the bid, and there's an hour and 27 minutes left that you can see right about here. Yeah. So I guess we wanted to just talk about this, to see like, hey, how do you feel about this Babe Ruth card? And did you know this was even going on? And B, like, how do you think this stacks up versus some of the like most valuable cards that have ever sold? Like, do you think this could approach like the most valuable card that has ever been sold? And I'll show you which one that is, which is this one right here. That Mickey Mantle, right? The 1952 Topps Mickey Mantle SGC 9.5 Mint Plus, which is incredible. So this is like, I think the best known copy of this card in terms of the grade. Is sold in 2022 for $12.6 million. So this is the highest selling sports card of all time. Mickey Mantle.
Out of all sports? All sports?
Out of all sports, correct. Yep. And then when you look, you have Honus Wagner, which, you know, we've heard for several years was the number one in the number one spot, 7.25 million in 22. This was an SGC2 Honus Wagner. Number 3 is an SGC3 Honus Wagner, which sold the year before for 6.6. And just to see Mickey Mantle again,
oh my goodness,
number 4 spot. So the top 4 spots are basically the same card a couple of times. This one was for 5.2. It was a PSA 9. And then you get a different sport now. You get LeBron James.
A different sport and a whole different like era. you go from what is that? I don't even know, the 1914 or whatever, or 1950. Now it's 2003.
Yeah. So this one sold for 5.2 million. Exquisite collection, LeBron James Mint 9 rookie patch auto. So like here, and then we got a Luka. So we have we got a bunch of a bunch of championship winners, and then Luka, who's been on ESPN a bunch of times. So this one sold for 4.6 in 2021, very close to, when it was obviously like peak card sales. But what's your thoughts, right? Like, where do you think this Babe Ruth's going to shake out in terms of the maybe top, it's actually already past the Luka, right? So we know it passed the Luka at number 6. Yeah. It's already passed the LeBron James at number 4. So the next one up would be, it's already past the Mickey Mantle at tied for 4th at 5.2. So do you think it surpasses, the third highest card on the SGC3 Honus Wagner 6.6, or does it hit the number 1 spot by the end of the night?
The 3 and the 4, I think, is probably gonna nudge somewhere in the 3 and the 4. First of all, that's crazy. The Luka going on the top, whatever, it was like number 6 or something. Like, that just shows you too. Like, he scores a lot. Like, and he's really good. Like, he's really good, but he's just, like, what was it? 5.6 million, you said, or something like that. It's crazy. I mean, but again, if you're a Luka collector or whatever, that's your favorite player in the whole world, and if you got millions of dollars,
yeah,
do whatever you want. But it's just crazy to see how, like, again, we talked about it last year, last episode, how people sometimes put money into the hot young players and get burned. You know what I'm saying? Because we don't know what's gonna happen with Luka. I mean, he may, because the thing with basketball is totally different from baseball. In the sense of, like, for example, Mike Trout, people buy his cards and stuff like that. He hasn't won squat, but baseball is a team sport and basketball is more individually driven. So so basically what I'm trying to say is, if that player doesn't win championships, their card values tend to go down over time.
Yep.
So in basketball, you need those championships. So eventually, Luka, if he doesn't produce a championship, and there already chatters talking about what's going on, it's been so many years, but not so many years, but he's been like 2018, I think he was a rookie. If he doesn't start to produce and win a few championships, that GOAT status and all that stuff is going to start going down very, very fast.
It starts to fade.
Right? Yeah, So, but in regards to this card, I think it's a really obviously an old card. I'm assuming, like, is that his first card ever? Maybe that. I want to know why it's going for so much, in my opinion, because I've seen other cards of Ruth that were considered his rookie card that look different from this. But this may be his first card ever that he was ever on, and that's why it's going for so much.
Yeah, so it's a great question. Or great point. So here, that I didn't know the history, but this card here, he was 19 years old. It says his hometown Baltimore Orioles of the International League. That Babe Ruth appeared for the first time on a trading card. So that's what makes this card super unique. And then it says here, a mere 10 examples in any condition are known to exist of this prized Baltimore News Babe Ruth card. So you're talking scarcity, and then you're talking like, this is, not these fake first Bowmans that are out there right
now.
I
was about to ask you, how many parallels do they have?
One parallel, red parallel right here. So I mean, you talking rarity, you're talking the first card of, if you want to go back and forth with people on who's the GOAT, but like, considered to be up there in terms of one of the best of all time, if not the best of all time. Like, if you're going to want a card from that player, you're going to want the first card, right? So that's the cool thing about it. And if there's only 10 copies of these, who knows where the other 9 copies are, or if they'll ever come up, right? You could be someone who has that kind of money, but you're just saying, wait, I'll wait till the next one comes up. It's like, what if those other 9 people that have the cards, first of all, they may not even be found, they may be destroyed, or if you have a few of them that have it, what if they never decide to sell and then you die and you just never get that chance? So if you want to buy this card, bid tonight over 5.7 million.
I mean, we could put our money together. We could get it, I think.
I think I'm going to look under the couch. I think I could scrunch up a couple of things like that. And then not trading gift cards. Let me see if they accept gift cards. Maybe I could convert some of my.
One thing I was going to say before I get to the comments, which is cool to see about this, and I don't know if it's overlooked or if I'm looking too much into it. I like that it's an SGC holder. Like, SGC does a lot of vintage. I know that they're known for that, but I just do like to see that it's in that holder. And then if it sells for all like 3 million or whatever it is, 2.5 right now.
No, 5.7,
5.7. My bad. So if it sells for whatever it does, like, that puts more rep on the brand of SGC, because we are fans of them as well. We know that people like PSA and they're the industry leader, but things could change in the future. You never know. Just because things were in the way in the past doesn't mean that's going to be like that way in the future. And SGC is good. We like the look of the slabs. I think that sometimes they make the cards pop, and this card, it actually does too. It looks good. And it's good to see it's in different holders. It's just not one company. I think it's good. I think it's good for SGC.
Yeah, this is awesome to see. I agree. So what's the number? What's the number you think this ends at tonight?
We got an hour left. You're gonna have your bidders that are waiting.
Let's check the bid history. Hold on. Let's see if this is this easy to see. All right. So it's all private, but basically it's first of all, the card started at 2.5 million. So That's where it started. That's the floor. And then you could see it started kind of going up, I guess, in 2 increments of $250,000. So 250,000 every time. So if you place another bid, you're going to have to be at 6 million. So that's good to know. So I guess if you think it's going to end here, then, you know, it's going to stay here, but it's going to go up another 250,000. If you just maybe help with your guess.
I'm guessing it's probably going to do like 6.2 mil.
Okay, 6.2.
Yeah, 6.2 million.
I'm gonna go a little higher. I'm gonna go 7. I don't think it's reaching Mickey Mantle status. So we just looked at the Mickey Mantle card of all time. The highest is 12. Sorry, right here, 12.6. I don't think it's reaching this.
Yeah,
but I do think it's gonna get to the number 2 spot. I think it could surpass this number. So I'm gonna say probably like 7, just 7, maybe 7.5. I think this could get to 7.5 because it's Babe Ruth, you know.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna just guess higher than you. So I'll say 7.5.
All right. So I say 6.25. You say 7.5.